Hey everyone, so today I wanted to do a review on Revlon's PhotoReady foundation. This is what it looks like. And I just purchased this the other day from Walmart and I paid $11.97. And I've seen a lot of reviews on this and I've heard a lot of good things about it and some bad things. So I wanted to try it out for myself. I was running out of my own foundation, so I just wanted to try something new, and I've never tried a drugstore foundation. The only drugstore foundations that I've tried before are the powder compact type foundations. So this is a first for me. The color that I purchased was 008 Golden Beige. And I'm usually an NC 37 in MAC Studio Fix Fluid Foundation, and sometimes in the wintertime I'm like a NC 35. So I was, debating on whether I should get this color or a lighter color or a darker color, but I just figured, I might as well get something that matches me now so that I can wear it now. So I've tried this a few times, and overall, I like it. It gives me really good coverage. It's not as thick as Studio Fix Fluid, but it's right in between. It's a little bit less coverage than Studio Fix Fluid, but it's definitely buildable. You can add more if you need in certain spots, or you can tone it down with some moisturizer. I've tried applying it with a brush and with just my fingertips, and both work really well. If you don't have a brush, you can just go ahead and use your fingertips or a sponge. If you use sponges, you want to use a new sponge every time, just so that you don't get any acne from bacteria that stays onto the sponge. I would consider this an everyday foundation if you're looking for something, cheap, but something very comparable to MAC Studio Fix Fluid or any other foundations. I've tried Dior foundation, Chanel, Studio Fix Fluid by MAC, and now this Revlon PhotoReady foundation. And this is probably most comparable to my MAC Studio Fix Fluid. It goes on really creamy. I'm going to put a little swatch on my hand. It comes with a pump. That's a good thing about this foundation. It comes with a pump so that you don't have to, purchase a pump separately. MAC foundation, you have to purchase the pump separately. But I'm just going to put a swatch on my hand. And one pump, that's like half a pump, but one pump comes out, a lot comes out. And then, as you can see, it's very full coverage. I could probably cover my entire hand with that. So that's my color. Obviously it doesn't match my hand. That's another thing. You shouldn't be matching your foundation to the back of your hand, because most times the back of your hand isn't the same as your face color. So you want to make sure you're purchasing, the right color. Some stores will let you take the foundation back and, exchange it, but you definitely want to, try to get the right color the first time. There are a little bit of sparkles in the foundation. It's nothing crazy, nothing you can totally tell when, you put it on. You only see it like maybe if you're in the sun and you're looking in a mirror, then you can see the tiny sparkles, but for the most part you can't see anything, which is a good thing. You do have to set the foundation with the powder, otherwise it will rub off if you touch it, or I ate something and then I wiped my mouth with a napkin and I noticed that there was foundation on my napkin. But I mean, if you're just gonna go out for the day, I don't think you're gonna be rubbing your face on anything. Just try not to touch your face, I guess. So this foundation is also oil-free and fragrance-free, which is pretty good. If you have dry skin, that might be an issue for you. Otherwise, you can just put a moisturizer underneath it. and then put your foundation on, and then put light powder on top, because if you pack too much powder on, then you're gonna get that dry feeling again. So I like that it's fragrance free, because anything that's fragrance free is, you know, best for people with especially sensitive skin, because fragrance is, you know, the #1 thing that breaks people out or clogs pores or anything like that. So I'm glad that it's fragrance free, just so that you know, your best bet if you don't know what kind of skin you have and something says fragrance free, you're better off to go with something that is fragrance free. This foundation also contains an SPF of 20, and usually for your skin you don't want anything lower than SPF 15. You always want to wear a sunscreen every day, even when there's clouds outside, because the sun is still coming through the clouds. Even if it's overcast, you're still going to have UVA and UVB rays on your skin. So you always want to keep your skin protected with sunscreen. Right now, the face lotion that I'm wearing is Cetaphil, and it contains SPF 15 or 20, one of the two, but it does have an SPF in it, and I always make sure that all the face products that I use have an SPF of something in them. More than 15 is good, but I don't think you can really get anything more than 30. So, and if it is anything more than 30, if it says anything more than 30, it's probably not more than 30, because usually companies can put whatever they want on their product. So as you can see, now it's been on my hand for a couple of minutes, and it did darken up. So that's also something you can take into consideration when you're picking out a color. When I did put it on, it looked a little light at first, and so I kind of got freaked out, and I was thinking, oh, maybe I bought the wrong color. So I put bronzer on, you know, all over my face. But then looking at my face throughout the day, it looked a little darker than my neck. So you have to remember that when you put it on, it will darken within, you know, a matter of minutes. You know, give it at least a half an hour to see the true color that the foundation is going to give you. But for the most part, it will darken just a little bit. So once again, that's how much it darkened. They have a lot of shades that you can choose from. They have really light to, you know, a deep tan color, and I could probably get away with going a shade lighter in the winter time, and then in the summertime when I get darker, I can go the shade darker and I would still be okay. But even then, this with my bronzer on top would look just fine. And also, since I'm comparing it to MAC foundations, this one doesn't have a yellowy undertone, because some people are afraid of looking too yellow or too orange with MAC foundations. They can tend to do that, especially with the color NC30. It can tend to get really, really yellowy orange. But this one, it pretty much stays neutral. They do have a tiny slight bit of a yellow undertone, but for the most part they look very neutral. And then also with foundation, if it's a drugstore foundation and you happen to not be able to return it or something, you can still change the color of the foundation by mixing it with other things or applying a powder on top that is going to change the color for you and give you the color that you need. So pretty much overall, I really, really like the Revlon PhotoReady foundation, and I would recommend it to anybody who just needs a foundation, everyday foundation. They don't want to spend, you know, more than 15 bucks on a foundation. I'd really recommend this. One last thing, it comes with 1 fluid ounce in here, 30 milliliters, so this will probably last maybe 3 months, depending on how much you use foundation, if you use it on a daily basis or, you know, just special occasions. But I would really, really recommend this to anybody who needs a foundation. So I hope this review was helpful, and thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask or leave me a comment down below, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!